to Comics Price Guide presents Tales from the Geek. I am Erin the Mechanic.
And I'm a guy. You can call me that.
He's quite a guy.
Yeah, see him from Dragon's Lair. My name is Michael. If you don't know that already, I don't know why you're watching if you don't know that.
Because they're wanting to get to know you. The real you, Michael.
Nobody's
the
allowed,
real you.
Nobody's allowed to get to know me. It's against the law, actually.
That's what he says.
I've fired people for less. I can't fire people. Anyway.
None of it's true.
We have a couple comics.
And a lot of news.
A lot of news.
A lot of stuff's happening this week.
A lot of things have happened
happening.
and will be happening. As is...
Past, present, and
as
future.
is the usual for human history, things tend to happen.
They happened in the past, they're happening in the future, and they're
now.
currently happening right now.
So, let me...
Just like the show.
Let me see what our fancy list of things that's happened, because we totally don't write it down.
Our great big list of everything?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the sad news, so then we can end on a lighter note. Don't you
sad
think?
news? I didn't hear any sad news.
Yes, you did. A lot of things were ending, but unfortunately, we'll start with the really sad one.
Okay.
But
I'm in denial right now, so...
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, so Darwin Cook did pass away.
Yeah.
Pass away. Yeah.
It was this past weekend or week. I think it was with cancer, and he was obviously fighting cancer, and then they announced that he was getting treatment for it, and then like the next day they announced he had passed away. So really sucks. He was a great artist and
Very
great writer.
Yeah. Our hearts
Awesome
go
work,
out.
but anyway.
And then other things that are ending.
Tragic, other things ending. Less tragic, but still, it was kind of a rough week. A lot of stuff, a lot of bad stuff happened. Agent Carter also got canceled. They announced that the Darth Vader comic is ending.
Why did I not hear that?
With issue 25. Bad week.
But we'll end on a happier note.
We'll talk about some other happy stuff.
Happier stuff. Wait, do we have anything else kind of sad? Let's get that out of the way.
Some people don't like the Transformers movies. You can talk about that.
What?
They announced the Transformers 5th movie. It's called The Last Night.
I was thinking something else.
More Transformers movies. If you like it, there you go. Happy news.
Yay! Okay, so on to more happy news.
Yeah. You're reading up there?
No,
what is it?
I was not going to.
Okay.
That's cool, because I don't have my glasses on.
Well, speaking of other happy news, if anyone's a fan of Archie out there, they announced that the Riverdale TV show is going to get a full season 1 at least.
Oh.
So they're going to do at least one season. So, that'll be cool to see.
A whole season, not just a pilot?
Yeah, like a live action Archie, that'll be cool to see, maybe. Could be cool. And then there's always...
I guess that's going to be awesome. Are you serious right now?
And then they announced Supergirl is moving from, I think it's CBS to the CW.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they can put her with Flash and Arrow some more.
You know what I was thinking? I don't know why that reminded me. Also, they have the new, the first 5 minutes of Preacher for AMC is out. So definitely check that out.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That's exciting.
I remembered.
And then what else did I write down that we have to mention? We mentioned some things, and also things like the Harley Batgirl Birds of Prey maybe movie.
What do you mean maybe movie?
They said, from what I read, it's just sort of a rumor right now, but they might be making like a Harley Batgirl Birds of Prey DC ladies movie.
That would be awesome. I would not be upset with that.
Katana's in the Suicide Squad, so she could be in it. And,
yes.
Like other people, they could make a new Poison Ivy, even though I love Uma Thurman, but they kind of need to reinvent Poison Ivy, I feel, with the movies. So who knows? Maybe it'll happen. News.
Crossing my fingers. A lot of it. A lot of news.
Yeah.
But no, we also have comics for you. So let's throw some of those in there, right?
Like this one? So.
Don't actually throw it at him.
Fun fact. This is one of DC Comics' new Hanna-Barbera properties. This is Future Quest. And sad, ironic fact, the character designs for the series were designed by Darwin Cook. So, unfortunate, but Future Quest is...
But also awesome, what a tribute.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of DC's new Hanna-Barbera things they're doing. They're making a whole new line of Hanna-Barbera comics. It's this, Scooby Apocalypse, which is kind of a post-apocalyptic Scooby-Doo story.
Right.
The Wacky Raceland, which is like Wacky Races and Mad Max. And then they're making a Flintstone series and stuff like that. So this is the first one, and it's sort of a team up of a lot of different Hanna-Barbera characters. Like you can see Johnny Quest and Space Ghost and stuff on the cover.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a very interesting story to see all these characters come together, sort of in a crossover that they haven't done before. Like it's not really something that people ever do. Yeah, it's interesting, and it's mostly focused on Johnny Quest in this first issue, but with all these characters in here, you can see some more on the back. With all these different characters, they'll definitely
Is it called Future Quest because they're going into the future?
I don't know. Maybe you should read it and find out.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, I mean, if you like classic like Hanna-Barbera stuff, if you like Space Ghost and Johnny Quest and all them, definitely pick that up. And honestly, you guys should really look at Scooby Apocalypse because it's coming out later this month. I think it's next week actually, and it looks really exciting. So definitely look at that. And actually, next week is going to be a very big week because next week is DC Comics Rebirth, where they're relaunching a lot of their titles and stuff like that. We'll talk about that next week. But
yes, but you know now you know to watch next week.
Loud
so
noise there. Next week, look for that. But this week, look for Civil War 2. See that? There's 2 of them.
Are you sure it's not? Are you sure it's not Civil War?
11. It's the 11th Civil War in Marvel. They haven't. No, they didn't tell you about the. They didn't tell you about the other 9.
There's a lot of other ones in there. Somewhere.
They only told you about the 1.
Yeah.
Now I opened this up to read this a little bit ago, and I was already very, very happy with it because it's got one of my favorite characters of all time right there on the first page. That's She-Hulk, by the way. But yeah.
You're gonna show me?
You don't get to see anything. No. But this is the new.
I didn't want to see anyway.
Big Marvel
I'll
Summer.
read my own.
This is a new Big Marvel Summer event crossover thing. Behemoth.
Civil War 2?
Civil War 2, yeah. And actually, in this one, instead of Captain America versus Iron Man, it's Captain Marvel versus Iron Man.
So
the plot. I mean, I'll say
plot
a little.
thickens. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll say a little bit, but I don't want to spoil too much. But there's there's a person who can maybe possibly see the future, kind of, and so one of these folks is trying to be like, hey, we should use this guy to help us fight crime, and one person's like, hey, we shouldn't do that because you're innocent until proven guilty.
Right. What is that movie with Tom Cruise that they do that?
I don't know.
But yeah, there's a movie. If you can think of it, comment down below.
Tom Cruise, if you remember,
yeah,
let us know.
He's definitely.
If you're
comment down below.
If you're
also,
not busy with your Scientology. But no, seriously, it's a lot of the same themes as the old Civil War. A lot of the same like superhero dichotomy of like freedom versus security and stuff like that. But it's more of a like, can we use this guy's power to apprehend people before they commit crimes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's actually a lot more similar to the movie really than the old Civil War, because the old Civil War was more about like secret identities and stuff, and being aware of who is a superhero and who isn't.
This one's more
and the movie's more like oversight and control of superhumans and stuff like that. So it's interesting.
Well, it's true because you might not know the reasons behind why someone's committing a crime, because someone might commit a crime to try to save someone else.
Yeah, you never know, and that's the thing is like it's
how much can they see?
It's really interesting, and so it's fun to see all these different characters. I mean, you can kind of see who's sort of the major players right here on the cover. It's going to be Iron Man, Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, and War Machine, which is great because 2 of those 4 people were in a movie recently, and hopefully this one will get her movie soon, and I hope she gets a Netflix series. So, I would love to see She-Hulk Netflix series so much. You don't even know.
He's fanboying over here.
But no, seriously, it was really awesome. Civil War 2, definitely pick that up. This is just number 0. Number 1 is actually out beginning of next month. So yeah, pick that up, and there's all sorts of tie-ins and crossovers and stuff to check out too. And fun fact, let me shill for a little bit here. Dragon's Lair, this store right here in Austin, Texas, is going to be having this man right here, Brian Michael Bendis, famous Marvel writer, here on June 10th to sign this book for you. So you should come here to Austin, or come here if you already live in Austin.
Oh, awesome. I did not know that.
Meet Brian Michael Bendis.
Get one of these books.
One of these and get it signed.
You guys gonna have a lot of copies in here then?
We will indeed. And we'll also have a bunch of his other books too, like Ultimate Spider-Man and all his Jessica Jones stuff and all sorts of fun things. So come by, get Civil War, and then bring it to meet Mr. Bendis. No. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what she's doing. She's gone crazy, folks.
You jinxed me! You gotta say my name 3 times.
No.
Okay, well now I'm obviously jinxed, for real. But, no, seriously, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, Bendis will be here, and you can check out Civil War 2 and all his other fun stuff. We'll also have some other fun signings that I may or may not mention later, but that's for next week, maybe.
All right, well, we're going to... That's everything, right?
That is everything.
We got our great big list of everything.
Yeah.
News.
Yeah.
Comics.
Yeah.
Our smiling faces. And I guess we'll catch you guys next week to tell you some more scoops of...
DC Rebirth.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to Cosplay Tips and Tricks.
Yeah.
Erin the Mechanic here.
And I am Claire of Counterpoise Cosplay.
And we've got some tips and some tricks for you.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, like, we've been working on a lot of stuff, and wanted to go through one project in particular and talk about, like, what worked and what didn't.
Talk about Harley? Is that what you're going to talk about?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about doing some, like, updating improvement on my Harley. I think I mentioned at some point a couple of weeks ago about working on getting rid of my boots that needed to be gotten rid of.
You know, sometimes you gotta update. Gotta get rid of the things that you love to move forward and find something better.
Yes. And I definitely think what I ended up with was better. It was definitely a move forward. So I had, like, thigh highs, and then I decided to go a little bit more movie Harley, and so I got little white ankle boots. They're super cute, and I love them.
I like them.
And I made very loud, happy noises when I unboxed them.
The unveiling. That's what we need next time. Next time you get some new boots, let's have you unbox them.
Oh my gosh. That can totally be a thing, because other Erin and I just ordered more boots for something else.
So we're going to have an unveiling of those boots for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, so what'd you do with these ones?
So, actually, this is mostly a week of things that worked. Like, the boots themselves. Mostly things that worked. Really simple. I got the white boots, and then to make them a little bit more Harley, I just painted the treads.
Pretty awesome.
And, like, honestly,
they stood up.
Yeah, like, all it took was I just used acrylic. I figured, like, if it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, then I'll revisit it later.
Right.
And it worked. Like, I've worn them twice. I might
Still hold up.
need to retouch them at some point, but it literally took like 10 minutes to paint them. So.
Yeah. Quick and efficient.
Yeah.
What happens?
So, also touching on well, I guess my example story is a little bit Harley in particular, but acting tip for this week, because we didn't have them the past 2 weeks.
So we will this week, right now.
One thing, like, I've talked a little bit about, like, being in cosplay, being a good equivalent is, like, a lot of improv fundamentals are good things to have in your toolkit, as far as, like, cosplay goes. But
you don't know what's gonna happen.
No,
you don't know what people are gonna say.
You don't know what you're gonna say. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Sometimes things just pop out, so I gotta practice.
Yes. But so improv does not mean that you can't plan ahead. So I, over the next couple of acting tips for however long it lasts for us to discuss a number of topics, I wanted to kind of discuss the idea of, like, situations that you know as a cosplayer you're going to encounter. Coming off of Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, kids.
Kids.
You know, I'm like, oh, yep, for sure. Free comics.
Yeah, so especially if you're in a scary costume, or a costume that you might not consider scary, but if you have a mask or face paint, you're probably very scary without meaning to be. What I've seen is that you can go two ways with it. You can either embrace it and decide to terrify small children, which parents might not appreciate.
But some cosplayers, you know, you're in character.
Exactly. But I do think, like, at least for me as Harley, there are ways to both stay in character and be kid-friendly.
Yeah.
And my biggest thing is that I have a giant fluffy hyena that I absolutely love to itty-bitty pieces.
Oh, awesome.
My hyena. One of the best purchases
I love it.
I made for my Harley cosplay. This is actually a Squishable, which is an adorable, adorable company. If you're in Austin, they're in Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, there are tons of them. And I've thrown them at people.
So cute, and they're so soft.
Wouldn't recommend that.
Oh, soft.
You're not getting it back.
No. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody's like, you're not getting your hyena back.
You're not getting it back.
But the thing is, so one of the best things that I do with it is when I go to take a picture, or, like, a parent wants me to take a picture with a child, and the child's like, this is a crazy, scary clown lady.
She's got a mask on. What are you doing, Mom?
Yeah. I always, like, get down to their level, and I'm just like, hey, do you want to hold my hyena? Like, he super loves hugs. And usually, like, yeah, they'll take the hyena and they'll hug the hyena, and we get an adorable picture.
Yeah, way better than them crying and looking at you and you, like,
oh God, I don't want to be here. So yes,
way better photos.
And this kind of leads into, like, I'm sure I will talk about it more later. It's a subject that can be talked about in its own entirety. Is the benefit of props and business. But
This is one, for sure.
This is one.
One of those benefits, too.
But I think that's all we have for this week.
Yeah, so we'll catch you guys next week.
Stay nerdy, folks.